All right, there's the body. Just sitting out here waiting for me to put it together. But today, we are putting the frame together. We're gonna start from the ground up, work this thing over. It'll be good as new in no time. There's the Golden Nugget frame coming in the shop, or back in the shop. The old Forky's got it. We're gonna drive it in there and get drive lines, transfer case, and motor yanked out of that thing real quick. Oh, and the fuel tank. It's coming out because we are putting a different one in it. So we'll get that part done, and then we'll move on to either, yeah, we'll just move on. There she is, ready to get built, I think. All right, so I think I've come up with a game plan. I know what's got to be done. I don't have everything to get it done, but I'm gonna start it. So this front end obviously has to come out of the way. It's a center drop differential, and that other motor in there, as you can see, is a lot taller, so I'm gonna have to set it lower. So front end's got to come out of the way. So what I'm gonna do is take the leaves out of it, drop it out of the way. I don't currently possess the front end and the rear end. Matt's harvesting those today as we speak, I hope. And if all works out, he'll be bringing them up to me and I can get them put back in this thing before I start putting the motor in it, because I kind of need to know where everything sets to make the motor fit. So you guys might hate me, but I'm going to use the Jeep front leaf springs under this because they're the exact same length and they're not roached like these ones are. As you can see, Ed got all the good out of those ones. They are junk. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll get after it. All right, we're working on this, and I hear someone pull up in the driveway. I think it's some parts. Let's go check. Oh, it is parts. Look at that.
I'm bringing you parts.
It's a beautiful face right there.
I was thinking I should be nice and pull these axles. Then I lifted it up, and my forklift wasn't narrow enough to get out front. I'm like,
like Paul can get that handled.
Yeah.
Which we can and will. Oh, this thing's beaut.
So yeah, the parking brake, like all that stuff's there. So
cool.
Plus, I didn't want to get out here after dark with the axle.
Exactly. No, this is what we were after. Oh yeah, and there's our. That's the other part we needed right there.
Yeah.
You'll notice 512s.
According to Colt, that's the one we need.
That's what he was claiming. That's what we're after. And if it's not Colt, it's your fault. I should be a camera guy more often. This is nice watching you guys work.
I don't know what they complain about.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it's pretty good duty, really.
So this Suzuki came from Eric, and he wants it back, minus the axle. So we want you to
treat it nicely.
Treat it as nice as it looks.
Okay. I think I can handle that, Eric. No problems. No problems at all, man. We'll get this unloaded.
So the CJ axles aren't going to work. They're too old, too obsolete. So now it's Samurai axles. We're going to keep it all Suzuki. For you purists, it's all Suzuki.
You guys can be happy. So today, I got to get after it. I got to hit it hard. So first things first, I'm gonna mark where the front of this is so I know where to line that one up at. It's my donor motor. So I'll put a straight edge across here, mark the frame where the front of the radiator or front of the fan has to be. And then we'll start gutting this thing, because the order of business today was get this frame setting on axles. And then I can put that in. Well, bam. I can't do anything until the axles are out of this, motor's out, stripped, so that's what we're gonna do. Mark, get set, go. All right, motor's out. Transfer case is out, drive lines are out. We're on to axles, steering box, and dismount. It's gonna be in the way. We got some stuff, we'll carve it out of here and get it stripped, and then we can move on to the Suzuki that's outside, and we'll get the axles out of that sucker. So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna show you why this thing was scary to drive very fast, like Ed said. So we've got our steering gear, which travels down to a pivot joint, which then goes down to an arm, which then goes to the tie rod, which is a Y-link setup, which isn't very good anyway. So I talked to Ed about this, and he said 30 miles an hour was as fast as he dared drive it. I can see why. We're gonna fix that problem. It'll be safe. We ain't putting this steering back. Pretty much stripped. Everything's unbolted. It'll just come on out of there. Now I gotta clean the shop up and drag this out, and we'll harvest some Samurai axles to go back in it, and we'll get that going. All right. There she is. That's our rear end we're after. That's our front end we're after. So I gotta undo drive line, back spring bolts. I think I'm going to take the sway bar just so we have that in case we need it. Then I'll come back here, undo the rear leaf springs and the shocks. We need those off of it. And then I can take this thing out of there. Shouldn't be a big deal. 10-15 minutes, I'll have them harvested. Get up there. You gotta learn how to run this thing.
Yeah, so Jace, just get in and do it.
That's how you learn.
Because that's how you learn.
Ease it forward. See that? Don't squish me. Okay, that's good for a second. Go down a little. A little more. Okay. Alright, there's one. We get one more, the front end will fall out. That one's off. I'm gonna see if I can get the back off of there. That thing's seized up tight.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cut them off. There's one.
How are you gonna do that?
Lift it up. That meme should come in about now.
What? Time to do some sketchy.
Yep.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
That one
Hope
there.
I get away with it.
Okay, well, really the shock should hold it in place. So it shouldn't just like fall.
Yeah, but
Well, I'm not worried about this. This is good. It's this that's... I'm gonna get my exit strategy in place.
oh my gosh, this is horrible.
There we go.
Now you can run.
Now I can run.
Can you move that fast?
I don't know, I'm pretty old, but... Yeah, it's pretty close. You can let down, I'll cut it. Okay, that's good. Take the brake off and back it up.
Great.
Just figure it out, Jace. Just figure it out.
And he figured it out, didn't he? It's a Christmas miracle.
Good job.
I think we've harvested everything we need out of this whole girl. Oh no, I didn't. I gotta pull that emergency brake lever out.
I mean, these seats are in better condition than Ed's.
Come on now. Ed's are in mint condition. I'll pull that emergency brake out, and then this thing can go back to Eric's where it came from. Thanks, Eric.
Does he want it back?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's good parts on this old girl still.
Oh, all right.
This is about as far as I'm gonna make it today on this thing. We got her stripped. We harvested the axles. I'll come down in the morning and get them put in here. But I gotta quit working on it today. It's only like, what, 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Something. Because we gotta go haul our merch over to Cedar because you guys are awesome. And we have outgrown Grandma Lolly's house. We ain't got any room up there, and it's more than Grandma Lolly can handle at this point. So,
Thank you guys.
yep. And thanks
guys
to
are
Grandma
awesome.
Lolly. She did us an awesome
Yes,
job.
Grandma Lolly's amazing.
Don't worry, it's not the last you're gonna see of her. We got plans for her.
We gotta like build onto this shop and make a little office type deal. So when you guys come down and visit, we don't have to go back and forth from the house getting you guys merch. So.
Yep, and you'll get to see Grandma Lolly running that show.
Yep.
So we're taking this over, and Susan is gonna be your new merch lady.
My sister.
We've been a little behind on it, but we're gonna get
Yes.
caught back up.
So anybody that's bought stuff in the last couple of weeks, we apologize. We're like in between everything, trying to get a lot of merch sent over to a different location. So thank you for being patient.
We had some
They're
trouble.
coming.
We had some trouble with our Wix account. We
Yes.
got it all under control now.
Yes.
We're good to go. Stuff will start
The
rolling out
perils
tomorrow.
of owning your own business.
Yeah. Once again, we don't know what we're doing. We're making
We don't know
this
what we're
up,
doing,
so.
but you're sure making it better for us from all the love and support. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Let's shut the doors and get this show on the road.
Grandma Lolly saying goodbye to the merch.
It was awesome while it lasted. Thanks
We
for letting
sure-
me package your stuff, everybody.
We sure love her.
Quit chewing on my front end, dude. All right, it's morning again, and we're back at it. We got to get this axle, the rear axle and the front axle, put in the old Jimny today. We got our work cut out for us, but we're gonna get it. These rear ones, we're using the factory rear leaf springs, so we're gonna cut these pads off, move them to the top, and they have to come in about 3 inches on each side. So we'll get that done. Then the front one's a little more involved. We got to move a bunch of stuff to make it work. I got Landon. He's running the camera for me today.
Yep.
Putting him to work.
That looks almost the same as the old one.
All right, we got to get that one out of here. We'll start stripping this one and getting it ready to go in. I don't know if it's gonna do it. I wanted it to pretty bad. Oh yeah. We're winning. It's
Work.
coming out. All right, one rear end. Usually you can't do this with a rear end. If you're playing with Matchbox toys, you can do it. I sprayed the U-bolts yesterday with some WD-40. Hopefully they'll just come right off and I can reuse those suckers again. Oh yeah. Little WD. Fixed them. That was easy.
Yeah.
All that will go right back on it. I may have to end up taking this leaf out right here and putting in that pack. We'll see how the stance is and how it sets when we're done.
Yeah.
This one's the easy one. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. One down. Didn't even cut any giant holes in the axle. Man, I must be getting better at this. Just like so. We'll grind those all up, move them over, put them back on, and done. So, I got this kid out of bed early Saturday morning. He's putting in some work today. Earning his keep a little bit. Getting her done. It's like 9 or something right now. It's breakfast time. So we've got ourselves some creamy spinach dip and some cheesy. You want some? Pretty freaking delicious. Alright, everybody got some. Alright, let's roll this sucker under there. Lift it up and come backwards with it. Right there. We'll lift it up just a little now. Perfect. Trying to get some little tabs out of our way here. We're about to win. Got it. Okay, so we gotta turn this over because the bolt doesn't center it down there in the axle, so. Broke free. This one's gonna work too. Maybe we're gonna have a pretty good day today, Lan. Things are looking like it.
Oh, we still got to do the front end.
I got the front end designed in my brain. It's gonna happen. Going down.
I don't know what this was for.
Tow hitch, man.
Really?
Yeah. I have to cut the shock perches off and weld them on right here. We got a little stuff to change, but not gonna be a big deal. Alright, good enough. Alright, we got that buttoned up. Rear end is in it. Now we're gonna tackle the front end and get after that, and then we gotta clean the frame up. Cut some of this stuff out of the way so we can get gas tank mounted. Take all these wires and stuff off. Cut all those tabs off the front, and then we'll be ready to do some stuff. I think what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do a shackle reverse on this thing. So I'm gonna put the shackle back there because I want it to drive good for Ed. And they wander down the road like this. So I'm gonna fix that problem. So I think what I'm gonna do is fire the plasma cutter up. I'm gonna get after this and trim all the unwanted stuff off this frame that I don't need. Gotcha. All right, get that in here, Lan. On to lay.
Harder than it looks.
Huh. All right, there it is. It's in here. Couple hours. This will be a rolling chassis again. So, WD-40, some amazing stuff. They're not even my sponsor. Hiya. Hey, look, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Fixed it. It's a high pinion samurai axle now. Do you know why we can't do that? No, because it'll go backwards when you're trying to go forward. I did this on a derby car once. I had this killer idea. I'm like, man, I'll just take the axle out. It was on a Dodge Duster. I'm like, I was 16. I'm like, I'm just gonna take the axle out. I'll put it on the bottom of the leaf springs. They'll lift it up. I'll cruise. Be awesome. So I got her all, I took it out, flipped it over. I welded the little thing so it wouldn't leak oil and everything. It was working sweet. Thought it was gonna be good. I let her down off the hoist, put her in reverse, gave it a little gas, and it went forward. What in the crap? So I put it in drive, gave it a little gas, and it went backwards. What in the world? It was super close to the Derby. I'm like, I ain't got time to do this. I can't fix this. So I went to the Derby with it like that. I had 1 forward gear and 3 reverse gears in that bad boy. I didn't know what I was doing. It was in Richfield. I put the old hammer down on it. They said go. I was in reverse. I put the hammer down on it. I was motoring. And I hit a Chrysler Imperial. I was going backwards at probably like 40. And I hit a Chrysler Imperial in this Dodge Duster. And I'm like, man, I drove clear on top of this thing because I was setting way up high. And then I put it back in gear and I went forward and the car never came down. It just pancaked my car. 1 hit and I was done. It ruined it. Yeah, that's how I know this, that you can't just turn this axle over and make it work. quite enough yet. Got him that time though. We screwed up. We put the leaf springs on directly backwards.
Well, that sucks.
But we're skilled at it now, so let's hurry and flip it around. We were just practicing, basically. Flip it around. Nice and easy. Okay, so we have these bad boys on backwards from what we wanted. So we flip this one around. We'll hurry and flip this other one around in a second. Okay, well, let's roll this sucker under. What do you say? That's gonna be pretty close right there. This is gonna have to get cut off. I'm gonna cut it off close. 4-inch square tube out to the end of that. Then I'll put this mount back on it. Then I'm gonna take a piece of 4-inch square tube and come right down the side of this with it and mount to the bottom. I'm gonna come up as high as I can with it so I can mount to the bottom of it. That's the plan. Okay, there's one. Gonna go something like that right there. And then this one is gonna go in here, that right there. 4 more of those. All right, here we go. We're committed. Front ones are done. We'll be leaf springed in no time. So it's not gonna fit, so I need this part recessed back in, so I gotta cut this lip off right here and get it to fit properly. That one ain't coming off. She's there. One more on the other side, and then we put some spring tabs on it. We can roll this sucker outside after that. Alright, we've got some parts harvested, and we're going back together here. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Get the front end square, side to side, and then we can tack this thing in place and we'll have a front end under it. We got all these little bad boys built. These are our parts and pieces we needed. Can't see why that's not gonna work, Lan.
I can't either.
Because it is. We'll do a little measure tape in here and weld this sucker in. I'm in the shop by myself again. I got close to getting done and my kid's skinned out. He was good help all day though. He can go play on a Saturday. All right, she is done. Suspension. What do you think, Ed? It's good? Yeah, he likes it. Suspension is done. Next time, motor, I guess. We'll put the motor in this body or in this frame, make it all fit. So there it is. Soon to be in the truck. And thanks for watching.